Child, between sickness, my grandfather's 95th birthday, my great-grandfather, weather, honey, power outages, internet outages, it has been a week. It has been a week. And depression. I don't know if I mentioned her, but she's worth mentioning twice if I didn't, because she's been sitting on me heavy. But anyway, this is, I don't know. As soon as I can pull up my notes, I'll tell you. This is, I guess we'll do Star. So Noah somehow found his way back to drugs after being 12 days sober. That was very strange to me. They didn't explain it at all. He just was doing drugs again. Like, last week he was 12 days sober. This week it opens up with him cracked out on the couch, been missing for a week. They didn't nobody explain what triggered him, what set him off, why he's doing the drugs. But whatever, his daddy here say he on lockdown. Star comes home. She ain't got, like I said, that little patch of hair ain't missing from when they had to do the brain surgery. She not taking it easy at all. She just fine. She's regular old Star pretty much. She woke up a week ago. I guess sometime between the time she left the hospital and the time she got to the welcome home party, somebody did her hair. Because if we all recall, when she was in the jail, her hair was a darker brown that I think, you know, Jude's natural hair color, the girl who plays Star, Jude Demarest has naturally brown, naturally curly hair. For some reason, they keep making her put this blonde ensemble on. Horrible. But she looked like a normal person in the jail. She'd go to the hospital. Her head was all wrapped up. Maybe they was processing some bleach, honey, up under the head wrap. But she come out the jail with her hair styled and colored. And or maybe Carlotta brought her a wig. I don't know. She asked where Noah is. They say he's, you know, working or doing something else. They're not telling her that he back on this stuff. The baby starts crying. Simone tells Star that this is his I need my binky cry. And for some reason, Star is affronted that Simone would know that vital piece of information. The whole episode was so aggravating to me. It was aggravating. And you see her looking kind of upset with Simone. And I wrote in my notes, I hope they don't do the head injury related rage storyline. You know, they love to, when somebody get hit in the head, they're not themselves. And I mean, Star already is naturally very angry. So I was hoping very much that they did not give her just boiling rage where she's swinging on her mama, you know, Carlotta, and she stepping on Simone's toe and then got in the car. Now she driving over people, and now we got to do a high-speed chase, all because of this head injury. I was really hoping we wouldn't do that, and so far it looks like we're not gonna go that route. There's a blue-haired heifer. She's a young gal. She's singing, sounded all right. She's in competition with the girl. Well, Star is in competition with her. I think Star's the only one in competition, because that little girl didn't look a bit more bothered. And honestly, Simone and Alex didn't really look that bothered either. But they're in competition to see who gets to perform at the ASAs. Long story short, blue-haired heifer wins the draw, and she gets to perform at the ASAs. Yippee. Cotton is at the club. Leon walks in. She pulls a knife on him again. Doesn't do nothing with it. Leon is giving, your auntie run this club, let me run the girls at the club. And I, much like somebody with sense, said, shouldn't we ask the auntie? Shouldn't we? We just gonna, just because the auntie run the club, we just gonna run hoes at the club? Okay, all right. So she says, no, I would never, how dare you? And then she calls him back later and says, all right, I'll do it. But don't you touch them hoes. Those are my hoes. And that's pretty much all we see of Cotton. The most we see of Cotton. We see her like one more time, but I'll get to that in a little while. Grandpatty is here planning Granddaddy Child Molester's funeral. Done asked Carlotta to like pick the flowers and pick a good picture for the funeral program, and basically just do all the things that a normal daughter would do, with the understanding that this girl don't like her daddy. Whether you believe that she molested whether you believe that your husband molested your child or not, you know this girl don't like her daddy. So making her do all this for the funeral is so ugly. It's so ugly. And it's something my grandmama would do. I just, Anyway, girl. Cause I don't even need to do all that right now. But she's like, girl, come sing a solo. And just demanding these ludicrous requests of this girl. And Carlotta's just like, girl, I don't have time. I don't like him. I'm glad he's dead. And Grandpatty is just affronted, just, And I'm like, girl, we all glad he dead. Somehow Patty done decided that everybody needs to be at Carlotta's house for the family gatherings. And I turned to my mom and said, there's absolutely no way you would make my house the go-to house for any of that. There's absolutely no way, and I'm dead serious, and I mean it. If I have the nicest house, that does not matter to me. Everybody ain't coming to my house just because you decided everybody should come to my house. No, that's not how that works. Especially, and I'm 40 some odd years old like Carlotta Khadijah James Brown. Anyway, girl, Star's full blight, baby, because that baby is full blight. That baby is blight. They may as well have wrapped me up in a bassinet or in a towel. Because at one point they just had a towel rolled up, put in one of those front baby holsters. Is it a holster? I don't care. But they would have done better to wrap me up in one of them things than that full black baby. But anyway, the full black baby, honey, crying, and Star's upset because she don't really know what's wrong with him. Simone knows, and now she mad at Simone and taking it out on Simone. And Simone's like, well, let me help you, And she's like, no, I got it. She's like, well, no, you don't. Obviously, you don't. And the thing about it is, why she can't just take the advice? Like, ask Simone, okay, so when I hear this cry or when he makes this face, what does it mean? You've been gone. And I was about to say through no fault of your own, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth. You've been gone because you decided to jump on that woman. And I understand she was talking trash and said she was going to try to kill your baby. And I understand fully. But you are a white woman. You're a white woman. We have to understand. I know Star has a lot of Negro tendencies, but honest to God, if she were to straighten her hair, put on a nice little pantsuit, and go on down to the court like a regular girl, she would be treated like a white woman. It's not a matter of, we have seen plenty of people come from, not traditionally white or not great white upbringings, and go on down to the mall, pick them up a nice little piece of outfit, and just be white, wealthy and white, or wealthy passing. It don't make no sense. My horn don't work. I'm trying to blow at my mama to tell her to leave the garage door open for me, but it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to go through the front door. My car is dead, and for some reason, while I was out of town, they decided to park my car on the farthest physical place from the door that there is in regards to the house. Now, when I was driving the car regularly and I was in town, we'd park the car in front of the front door. Not like directly in front of the front door, but kind of off, but where I could walk to the front door with relative ease. And that was never a problem. It was never a problem. You move away and you find out stuff is a problem that has never been a problem before. And that gets on my nerves, but we're not talking about me. Cassie tells Carlotta she killed their daddy. Cousin comes by the house and is giving, why you not going to your daddy's funeral? Your daddy was a good man. What did he ever do to you? Talking to Carlotta. And the thing about it is, there's absolutely no way in heaven, hell, Mercury, Pluto, Venus, de Milo, Saturn, Mars, I don't know if I said her, the sun, girl, Milky Way, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, or Scorpio, or Sagittarius. There's no way in any of the constellations, nor the earthly planes, or any of the physical planets, that I would walk up to somebody and tell them after they've decided not to go to their daddy's funeral, to go to your daddy's funeral. He ain't never did nothing to you. I don't know that. And if you don't want to go to your daddy's funeral, obviously there's a reason. People don't just hate their daddies. People don't just hate their mamas. So for you to decide, oh, she dead, but I ain't going over, just pay my respects, obviously something is wrong. I'm not finna insert myself in anybody's business, especially at a critical time like when their family member has died. That's insane. That is insane. For you not to have been in the house with me growing up, to walk up to me and say, your daddy was a good man. What he ever do to you? Nigga, were you by my side 24/7 and saw that he never did anything? Get away from me. Oh, I hate niggas. Ugh. It disgusted me. Anyway, there was that cousin, and there was a shorter cousin that was giving me very aggravated Tyler Perry vibe. You know, the whole end of the episode, I just got up and walked out because it was Tyler Perry. What else, girl? Star goes over to Davis's house with the baby, banging on the door. Davis, not Davis. Noah, I know you in there. And I'm like, that's why the baby be crying. Baby ain't had to deal with none of this ghetto foolishness for 3 months. Baby ain't had to deal with none of this ghetto foolishness. Then here you come, banging on this man's door, talking about, I can see you in there. His daddy opened the door. She storms in, standing over him. You can see the boy balled up and sick. Talking about, stand up and look me in my eye and tell me what happened. You see this boy can't stand up. Poor boy's knees and ankles wobbling, and he just balled up. B-A-L-T, balled. And she talking about, stand up and look me in my eyes and tell me what happened. It was so aggravating. It was so aggravating because I sat there with the knowledge that if you had some self-control and didn't jump on that woman and just played the white woman in distress game like she did, then this wouldn't happen. This would not have happened. If you would have told Carlotta Khadijah James Brown, hey, Hunter's auntie threatened to kill, your grandbaby, basically, Carlotta Khadijah James Brown wouldn't have let that stand. She would have went back to her roots, got Gutter, got Cassie and the girls and the guns, and went over there and took care of it. This don't make no sense. Anyway, she tells Noah, take a good look because this is the last time you will ever see the baby, or something like that. And that didn't make no sense because you are so determined to carry your baby to and fro with you, and y'all work at the same place, so he gonna see the baby. He gonna see him. Period. I don't care. Anyway, so Star goes down to the studio, and she like, all right, cue it up. I'm about to sing. Oh, ooh, and I'm just like, no, ma'am. And she's like, I'm singing the right key, ain't 'em? You ain't. You ain't. She didn't say ain't 'em, but I did. And the girls are sitting behind the booth looking like, oof, this ain't it. So Star calls the doctor. The doctor say that when they had to intubate, it bruised her vocal cords. Makes perfect sense. They say, rest your cords. Star took that to mean I don't need to rest my cords. And that didn't make no sense to me because what are you going to do, perform with bad singing? And also that didn't make no sense to me because how is it that the reason that you sound like this is your bad bruised vocal cords, but you wasn't able to hear whether or not you was singing the right key? I was thinking it was a neurological issue because she was like, I'm singing the right key, ain't 'em? Again, she didn't say ain't 'em, but I'm country and I'm in an ain't 'em mood today. When I have throat issues, which I have a lot right now because it's spring and I'm coming off a cold or a sinus infection, whatever that was, going into all of this pollen and all of this carrying on, and my throat is actually sore right now. All of that, when I have all of that going on, I can still hear. I can use my musical ear to know whether or not I'm singing the right key, whether or not I'm on pitch. I know that. So that's why I was like, okay, she got a neurological issue where she can't tell, her notes. But then they explain that away with a bruised vocal cord, and they got on my nerves. Jackson comes over, the baby crying. He make the baby stop crying. For some reason, that prompted Simone, what's her name? Star. See, it's the Carlotta, Cotton, Cassie, Carl, Simone, Star. It's 2, 3 much. It's 5 much, and I cannot. And it does not go unnoticed because it baffles me every episode. Star. For some reason, that prompts Star to say, I miss you. Ugh. Now we get back to the table. We down to Carlotta's house, honey, and I don't know, they shucking corn and shelling peas. I don't know what they was doing on the table. But the saved cousin with the fedora that was very Tyler Perry by nature was sitting across the table from Cotton, and he told Cotton, you know, I was the first one who realized that you were different. I said, oh, how pray tell did you realize? He goes on to say, when all the little boys would be playing touch football, you would be over there playing jump rope with the girls. And that's how it just dawned on me from heaven above that she's a little different. I really thought he was about to say, honey, I clocked your tea because you like to drink your drinks with your pinky in the air, or something subtle. Cotton playing jump rope with the girls is not something that, oh, I'm realizing now that, you know, Arnold might be a little, I don't know. She's over there jump roping with the girls. Something might be different. That's not a subtlety. That is a little girl playing jump rope with the little girls. That's very apparent. Or, you know, in a lot of other people's cases, a gay boy playing jump rope with the little girls. In Cotton's case, it happened to be a little girl playing jump rope. That is not something that you just happen to, you just notice and you realize, oh, well, look at that. That is right in your face. It's right in your face. Right there. Anyway, girl, whatever. Saved cousin just got on my nerves all episode. All the cousins got on my nerves. Anyway, Noah is in the bed and he having these Ray Charles hallucinations. And let me tell you, back in 2004 when Ray came out, my mama thought it was a good idea to take me to the theater to see Ray. I don't remember what the rating was, but she took me in there. I know I wasn't old enough to see it because I was like 8. I was 7 or 8. And I was a very scary child. And we was in the theater just moving along, going along. And you know, at the beginning, if you've never seen Ray, skip ahead about 30, 40 seconds if you plan to watch it at some point. But, you know, at the very beginning, you know, his little brother falls in that boiling hot tub of water and drowns and boils at the same time. And that traumatized me, terrified me. But I powered through. Because I was ready to go right there. And then he started being blind, honey, blinking, and he couldn't see. And then he started playing the piano, and all of this made me nervous. But what really got my goat was when he was on them drugs and started detoxing from them drugs and hallucinating. And Raynard Charles, I don't know, I don't think that's it, stepped out of his boudoir and he felt like he was walking in water. And then he started having them flashbacks of his brother's arm hanging out that tub of water. Baby, I said, get up right now to my mama. I said, get up, and her husband. Everybody, get up. We got to go. I'm not sitting through this any longer. And we left the theater. And they was mad. But you don't take an 8-year-old to a rated R movie or a PG-13 movie. It's not for us. And I saw Noah having this hallucination, and I had a flashback. And I almost told my own self, get up and go to your room. Because this ain't it. But anyway, he heard Davis crying. He went picked up the baby. Baby ain't had no face. Terrifying. He hollering. He wake up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Davis, I'm sorry. Oh, you know, very Tyler Perry, very Jackie, all of that. And magically and miraculously, the opioid specialist doctor just happened to be there. He was just there. Come busting in the room. He gonna help Noah. Praise God. A miracle. This is one of the things that will make me stop watching Star. I'm finna get into it. We have Queen Latifah in command, sitting at the bar, drinking, you know, strumming her pain with that drink. Her and her sister, they talk for a little bit. Sister get up to go get her another drink. You see how tired and how much I really don't care. Big black man get up, walk across the room to her table, throws a couple lines down. Next thing we know, we see Queen Latifah in command, in the bed with the black man. And I say, I didn't need to see Queen Latifah in command, in her brassiere, in this bed, next to this man. I didn't need that. Because ever since I watched Bessie, every time I see Queen Latifah in command, slightly not clothed. I saw a little bit of the side of her breast hanging forth from that brassiere, that good Lane Bryant bra. Or what that pastor say, intimates. Because black women don't wear, they don't buy their bras at Victoria's Secret. Not the black women with large breasts. If y'all haven't seen that video, girl, that pastor dragging his I may do a video on it. Whatever, anyway. Every time I see, bra and Queen Latifah, I think back to Bessie, where they put Queen Latifah's bare breasts in my face. No warning. No 5, 6, 7, 8. We just go from one scene, swoop, right to the next scene. Queen Latifah sitting in the mirror with her breasts. So she's sitting in the mirror, so I see the breasts in the mirror. And then you get the little hint of the breast in the real life or outside the mirror. It's like mirror, real life. Breast, 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 breast. That is my auntie. I don't have to see them. But anyway, girl, she has sex with this man. It was gross. It's gross. Lee Daniels, it's gross. That's like if Lee Daniels cast himself to have sex with a woman on the screen. It's not natural. Stop that. It's gross. Then you hear Queen Latifah as the camera pans off. You see his body all writhing on top of her. Gross. It's not natural. Then you hear her going, ooh, ah, ee, that's not it. That's not it. It's gross. Star says, yeah, I'm just ready to go. Let's sing. Carlotta says, no, you're not. You need to rest. At some point, they have a conversation about how the baby, she done missed so much time with the baby. Carlotta says, I know what it's like to be in jail or somebody else raising your baby. She says son, but I didn't like that, so I changed it to baby. It just really, I don't care. I want to feel bad for Star, but Star has made a series of choices. A series of choices. I understand a lot of things are out of a lot of people's control, but this girl has made a series of choices. Sitting there letting Hunter beat on her instead of going back across town didn't make no sense to me. Letting it get to the point where y'all had to kill him didn't make no sense to me. Letting it get to the point where y'all had to kill his mama didn't make no sense to me. His strange identical twin auntie coming back didn't make no sense to me. Now y'all gonna have to kill the auntie too, but who gonna kill him? Hyle dead, Brody dead. Who gonna kill the auntie? We don't know, but it don't make no sense to me. Anyway, girl, Noah's daddy says, I made you a sandwich, we gonna get your scrimp back. And for those who aren't Southern, scrimp is strength. We gonna get your scrimp back. And Noah says, oh, I can't eat that sandwich, man. I know you made it with swine. I'm vegan. Who is this? She better be turning around. Somebody's trying to drive up in our driveway, sweetie. It's a cul-de-sac right there. Oh, she trying to back into the neighbor's yard. I'm like, who the hell? I was really finna start cussing. I was about to. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I can't eat that swine sandwich, man. And the daddy says, no, son, no, this is a double bacon ham sandwich. You're gonna need it to get your scrimp back. And Noah's like, yeah, I'm gonna need it. What happened to you being vegan and can't eat the swine? Why you even protest to begin with? So they're gonna perform without Star at this battle for the ASAs. Okay. I see Star at the performance wearing the same outfit nearly as the girls, and I'm thinking she gonna crash, but she's grown up a little bit, her time in her coma. And she don't crash the performance. She goes backstage, and I'm like, Lord, is she finna take a mic and just storm out there? But she doesn't. She just tells the girls good luck. Do it for us. Lord, it's starting to rain again. And they go out there, they perform. It was cute. It was cute. I don't know why we're doing this blonde wig when Alex performs. I thought we were going to do the blonde wig when Alex performs just as Alex, but now she's doing it with Take 3 as well. And is this her alter ego? This is her Sasha Fierce? So what are we doing? Why are we doing the blonde wig? It has me concerned. I mean, it was all right at first, but now it's like every time she on the stage, she got on this blonde wig. Where it come from? Somebody explain the wig. Anyway, girl, they at this ASA performance thing. Carlotta Khadijah James Brown was dressed like she was on her way to Payless. or Ross Dress for Less, or Old Navy or something. She was very Robin Dixon in her outfit, which I cannot wait for Potomac to come back. I need some good foolishness to talk about. Grandpatty is still at Carlotta's house acting a fool. Carlotta confronts her and says, you didn't defend me or protect me, or the Tyler Perry, you don't win. You don't win. And I thought Grandpatty was gonna say, my mother was a whore and a junkie. Very Lynn Whitfield. Because even my mama said at some point, this girl acting like Lynn Whitfield in everything. And I said, that's how they got to be friends over on Greenleaf, which I can't wait to come back. But instead of the, my mother was a whore and a junkie excuse, Patty gives, well, I was gone all the time and I just didn't protect you. I'm like, but that's not gonna fly with me. That's not going to fly. Because at a point, you find out something heinous like this is going on, and you just decide to ignore it and tell the girl she's lying and so on and so forth. That don't make no sense to me. That's something that my mother says, or used to say when I was a child, and she would whoop me, and she got it from my grandmama. And that is, I'm whooping you for old and new. Old and new. Why Grandpatty couldn't kill that man back in the day for old and new? When she found out, or when she wrapped her head around what was going on, or once Carlotta Khadijah James Brown had this whole baby, entire baby, why she couldn't just kill her husband for old and new? It didn't make no sense to me. I told y'all blue-haired heifer got the performance that Take 3 was competing with her for. Something in my eye. Hope it ain't bees, Jesus, because that thing done took. Now I'm concerned. On my rambling report, I reported a woman who had 4 bees living in her eyes. Now I'm paranoid. Anyway, we get back to the house, girl, and it's either right before the funeral or right after the funeral, but everybody at the house and they playing family reunion or something. It's real black in there. Black and family reunion-y. And Tyler Perry, whatever. Anyway, at some point, girl, they all gather together in a circle, and saved uncle or saved cousin starts singing, and Queen Latifah joins in and starts singing too, girl, and it's very, ain't nothing like family, like Medea's family reunion. And I got up and I left because I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to be a part. Lee Daniels already is utilizing every Tyler Perry actor that has ever acted with Tyler Perry. Now you're going to steal his plays, his steez, and have the girls come together and hold hands and stand in a circle and sing about family? I understand that this is a musical show, but girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. And I mean it when I say, no ma'am, Miss Lee Daniels. Anyway, girl, that was the episode. Something else probably happened after I left, but they was holding hands and singing and standing in circles, and I didn't want to be a part of that, so I got up and I booked it. Anyway, that was Star. I'll see y'all next week or whenever. Peace.